Allow me to start with an opening question. Just imagine for a moment if your highest potential, your future vision, would be able to talk and speak as its own person. You, but in that reality. What would be first thing towards that reality best? Hello, my name is Deimantas, and I created your your quantum nexus, to have something tangible, something practical and magnificent, an invention and a state-of-the-art approach into actually downloading information from the future that you yourself want. One of the key aspects I would like to mention immediately is that the marketing in this project is already programmed for success. The point of that is everyone wants to achieve their dreams. I was looking for something very special, something that would help me achieve my dreams. And so this idea, QNX, Quantum Nexus, came to life. And you can think of it as a car, a tool that help you to download the information from the future that you want, to synchronize yourself with the future that you want, to recalibrate yourself to hold the reality that you want. In this app, you will immediately see that we use metaphorical connections. This is the early stage, but most of those metaphorical connections are already scientifically substantiated. Quantum physics have plenty of space for interpretation, and there are certain things that just can't be negated. So, with this app, we frame every space that is left for quantum physics interpretation in a one cohesive, you can call it also as a quantum engine, a consciousness acceleration experience, a mobile app that helps user by small incremental steps every day, 2-3 minutes of experience, to stabilize, to connect, to download, to synchronize, what have you, with that vision, with the future vision that they hold for themselves. The way this app works, in a functioning prototype, the user creates an account. The user opens the app. Besides the more mesmerizing potential having visuals that such a concept can deliver, the user then puts their highest vision, their highest potential, so to speak, their dream future, a future that the user wants. And of course, there could be also an alternative route for users who don't have yet established a clear, a decisive, structured vision, right? So the moment the user puts their perceivable desire that they want to achieve into the app immediately registers it as a quantum state that already exists in the quantum field based on several quantum parameters, several quantum principles, several quantum aspects, so to speak, that make the quantum physics. So, and once that state is registered, it becomes like a North Star for the whole app and the user experience. Allow me to introduce our framework, a unique framework that we base the integration of the quantum physics into the delivering the practical result for the user through these 5 quantum framework elements: observation, resonance, entanglement, superposition, and coherence. Let's explore one of them. I'm very excited about entanglement. Let's take a look. 5 quantum parameter framework. Okay, perfect. Let's go to the entanglement as we desired. Entanglement quantum parameter is being delivered in those small incremental steps in those exercises in the following example, as you can see: loving kindness meditation, empathy practices, future self-connection, intuition awareness. You can think of entanglement, quantum entanglement, in also a very simple way. Not much complexity has to be there. You can just allow your body to understand it intuitively. It's like two particles are acting exactly the same while being in a different space at the same time. It's as if you can also explore it through other lens. Imagine quantum entanglement happening between your thoughts and your perceivable reality. These exercises have specific metrics being measured and fed to the database of the user profile, which then through AI APIs can be connected and to do general emotional intelligence analysis, which AI is capable of doing very, very well. And this AI persona, of course, is going to be called in the app something as divine intelligence, if that suits your definition of how you would perceive it. So the way the divine intelligence works in this app is at the beginning, of course, in the minimum viable product, all the messages are pre-written and straightforward. But as I mentioned, there is a present state of the user, right? And the idea of the user having a vision and having a desire, trying to go somewhere to achieve the dream, is already implying that that future state is not currently present. So it's somewhere out there. It's in the future that the user needs to reach. In that process, the divine intelligence, the AI personas, helps the user by analyzing in depth after meditational and after exercise reflection system, and could provide support or help in navigating certain challenges if the user is experiencing them. For example, if the user is having difficulty to visualize the details of the dream they want to, let's say the picture just doesn't pop in. What the divine intelligence in that regard would do based on the AI API is to suggest certain exercises that would help the user to learn the color work. What would happen? There would be basic exercises where the user would go into the very foundation of learning to perceive the colors, to perceive small details, to perceive subtle data streams that, for example, could be blocked in the quantum journey they have achieved. So there could be multiple features how the user would be allowed to evolve in a different way based on their own unique experience and consciousness bandwidth. What that leads to is the stage learning protocol. The whole curriculum and task structures are being integrated and provided to the user in a clear and structured, easily digestible, and fully making sense way. How it starts is with the very foundation. Understanding the basic quantum mechanics, the direct interactions with fundamental principles. All fundamental things necessary to hold stronger connection and stronger relationship with the future self that the user wants to synchronize with. The foundational stage sets the tone and direction into other stages, such as connection, expansion, integration, and transcendence. The foundation, connection, and expansion, somewhat integration, is mostly already established. The transcendence part is going to be more subjective and authentic experience once the users have established the ability to hold a direct relationship with that future state. That leads me into more advanced categories where we can explore, at least conceptually for the sake of understanding right now here, such elements as telepathy, such elements as heightened intuition, supercognitive abilities. This lucid dreaming, if you will. This, for, so to speak, some general audiences might seem esoteric, too spiritual, or supernatural, whatever that perception might take you. We have also, okay, I'm going to come back to the stage learning protocol in a moment. What we also have is a unique approach for four consciousness bands. And the way we do that is, of course, at the later point of the development in the second or third version of the app, there will be specific framing for each user experience staged in four different categories. Here you can see rough estimates on in what kind of thinking and general consciousness is the human population having. So, for example, scientific and rational thinking people are around 35% of the population. Spiritual seeking people is around 25% of population. Pragmatic, that want clear results, to direct understanding, is around 30% of the population. and skeptical analytical is around 10%. So for each category, they have a specific approach how we are going to present and deliver the understanding behind the mechanics, how the quantum mechanics and the spirituality are practicalized and integrated into daily life for each thinking. So for example, let's try scientific rational. Cognitive enhancement through quantum principle. Clear. Focus on measurable outcomes, quantum physics-based explanations, data-driven progress tracking. Perfect. Scientific approach, evidence-based methodologies, quantitative measurement system, peer-reviewed research and integration, controlled experimentation protocols. This app in general has immense research potential. Numerous quantum physicists and very famous people in the world who are successfully implying numerous quantum elements intellectually, and they are starting to see that being reflected into their materialistic reality. Let's try, for example, skeptical analytical, which is around 10% of population. The crafted approach for them would be as follows: transparent explanations without metaphysical claims, evidence-based approach, clear methodology, scientific validation, analytical framework, critical thinking emphasis, methodological transparency, empirical validation, clear documentation. So what you can see in this approach is that there's going to be resources for each category. And as the app develops, the AI and the framework of the app is going to deliver results and approaches suited more to each category. For example, for spiritual seeking people, it might be more relevant or resonating to receive information in a way that frames it as now we're going to relax, breathe, going to feel the energy, feel the universe energy, what have you. And for other people, it might help to be framed as follows. All right, now we are going to stabilize your internal environment to have a stable basis for the data stream and to hold a direct and stable connection with that data stream from your future self. So there's going to be different framing approaches to each category that is going to help different users to experience this app, quantum physics, and the space that goes beyond meditation in a more inviting, more friendly, and more engaging experience. So let me get back to quickly to the events features where we were discussing the disclosure protocol. Let's go to the most relevant, building foundation. It's somewhat 85% complete, and there will be several learning objectives that sets benchmarks that are the main benchmark setting measures into delivering the logical understanding and how it's going to develop and evolve. So let me start with basic learning objectives for the foundation stage. Understanding quantum superposition and its relationship to consciousness, which is another state and parameter of quantum mechanics. We will get in that deeper in later on. Another learning objective would be in foundation phase to master wave-particle duality principles in meditation practice. Apply quantum measurement concepts to self-observation. Develop foundational quantum meditation techniques. It's going to be as if the user is slowly building capacity, building a muscle to train the technological awareness of their consciousness to develop it in a way that holds more capacity to perceive more data streams and more subtle realities that are happening around us every moment. Prerequisites are sounding as follows: basic physics knowledge, high school level. It's going to be delivered in a gamified experience, so it's going to be seamless and even joyful and exciting. Meditation experience, minimum 10 minutes daily. This is a level the user would have to reach to move from the foundation stage to the connection stage as everything evolves. Another prerequisite, which is fundamental in a sense and is going to also be built up along the way, is open mindset to quantum concepts. Learning metrics. Estimated completion time is 4-6 weeks, if we're considering maximum consistency. Daily practice, 20-30 minutes. This is going to be the end result. Weekly assessments, 2 to 3 hours. This is the end result that should be achieved as a training benchmark once the user is slowly doing the exercises and the exercises are slowly becoming longer and more experiential. Practical exercises, quantum state meditation, observer effective practices, superposition, awareness training, particle integration exercises, scientific foundation. The resources for scientific foundation are going to come very soon and in a very presentable and easily digestible manner. There are some examples already, such as Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics, double slit experiment applications, quantum measurement theory, basic quantum field theory. So here you can see each there is a disclosure protocol in each section, in each stage. You can also see it being integrated into the 5 quantum mastery paths, which are going to be major achievements and are going to be shareable onto the network feature and authentic astral body, to which I will get later. Quantum mastery paths here are 5: mind mastery, energy mastery, dimensional mastery, manifestation mastery, earth integration mastery. Now, that being said, at the beginning, as there are going to be a lot of trial with the user experience, of course, such masters are not going to be guaranteed. What this app delivers is the most grounded, the most practical, and the most logical way to achieve such energetic signature in your magnetic field, if you will. So let's, for example, say I am very intrigued into dimensional mastery. I'm a personal fan of dimensional thinking. I like to explore that idea very, very often. I'd like to learn more. Let's do that for the sake of this video right now. Quantum dimensional navigation through 4 main aspects: timeline entanglement, quantum jumping protocols, dimensional superposition, and reality observation. The stage integration, the one we just saw before, in the foundation stage, in order to achieve dimensional mastery, we're going to do basic dimensional awareness. Later on, in the connection stage, we're going to practice timeline perception. In the expansion stage, there are advanced techniques like quantum jumping. Let me remind you that all of these aspects are referenced constantly all the time in every exercise to build the relationship, a two-way relationship, not one-way relationship. Oh my God, I want this to happen so much. Please, so Ferrari or whatever. Instead, building a two-way relationship and receiving authentic data from that future vision, as if that future vision in your dream, as an authentic self-conscious being, would send authentic energy, authentic information, support to who you are right now. Later stage is integration, unified dimensions. At the transcendence stage is dimensional mastery. These are going to be crafted very carefully with extensive research, as well as AI analysis in quantum mechanics. A more advanced quantum mechanics engine is going to be integrated in a technical way later on in the future. Right now, I would like to discuss the market opportunities and how this project could become financially sustainable. Let me start with market analysis, which can be considered for meditation app, self-development, self-help industry, wellness technology, consciousness technology, quantum physics integration, and many other things that can potentially reach out with its unique proposition. So in market analysis, you can see that as of 2022, the wellness tech industry is around 2.6 billion. It's projected to be 20.5 billion by 2030, based on mathematical pattern analysis of around 31% growth per year. The wellness tech market industry is definitely bigger, but as of 2023 was around half trillion, 520 billion. The competitive landscape you can see as well advanced and highly developed meditation apps, such as Calm Headspace, Insight Timer, which none of them have a unique framing as downloading information from yourself. And spiritual platforms like Gaia and Mindvalley, wellness gamification, Fabulous, Habitica, we can look at them as a competitive landscape. But since we are entering this as a conscious business, at least I perceive it as a conscious business, all of these competitors in the competition analysis would be more than open to collaborate, build projects, spread awareness, because consciousness in itself is always uniting. This is the most fascinating potential for the future. Unique differentiators, of course, quantum integration, future self-connection. At later points in version 3 or 4, the stage disclosure protocol that you saw previously, the 5 stages, the curriculum in them, in a more advanced, in the third, fourth, fifth stage, there's going to be the evolution is going to be expanded into 13 stages, which will help to have a more comprehensive system for people to truly understand, integrate, measure, and experience their unique abilities, their unique relationship that is going to be built with their future vision. Mastery paths, of course, another unique differentiator. Scientific validation and quantum energy point system is going to help make this a reality. Initial monetization strategy involves a free tier where users will be able to explore the foundation stage in depth and experience it fully to build the foundation. Once the users are having a stronger relationship with the future vision that they want, they are most likely will want to manifest more and bring more of that reality. In that sense, we are going to provide more features like more advanced divine intelligence analysis functionality, advanced meditation and reflection analysis. After experience all the stuff in the master tier for users who want opening features, advanced ability modules, advanced support, and many other. Conversion strategy is revenue projections in 5-year revenue projections based on the current highest quality meditation app conversion rates. Once this app is launched successfully and the initial market penetrations are established, in year 1, the estimated subscription revenue is around 1.2 million, based on the numbers of growing market penetration percentage, as well as expanding the market on its own. In year 4 and year 5, we would be able to see around 30 million of possible revenue, which, in my opinion, is rather conservative. Revenue breakdown, of course, funding strategy to make initial MVP products fully functional and have the basic features and deliver already profound experience around 20 to 30,000 perfectly, in my opinion, because I already established most of it no funding. I think deploying and having a professional software firm, having in mind that I have already established all the logics, how the app should function, live coding, which is basically giving instructions to AI to build initial code base integrated into the prototype, and makes it easier to make logical links in the code base and how the experience should work. With that basis, it decreases the software development cost significantly. The cost structure, you can look at it as a development maintenance, 30% of revenue, market user acquisition, always 25% of revenue, content creation, somewhat 15% of revenue. I believe that this might go down to 5% because the first 3 stages of information disclosure are somewhat done. Operational support profit margin would be higher. This is how I choose the conservative metrics. Enterprise solutions would be able to provide the specific product to any organization. So hospitals, schools, corporations that are interested into preventing burnout or interesting to reducing healthcare costs. Increasing self-awareness is mostly healing, and the collaboration with all of the organizations are absolutely terrific. Educational institutions, researchers, plenty potential for collaborations. Market opportunity, insane. Target market segments, primary users would be between 25 and 45 that are somewhat interested in spiritual growth, consciousness expansion. 40, let's say on average, it could be 45% of the target share. Secondary users, the more young ones, as with the Gen Z and my generation and other generations, younger generations, there is the open-mindedness and acceptance towards consciousness development and evolution, which is going to happen anyways. The mindset is more open. So in that regard, there's going to be minimum, I would say, 30% of target share for younger users exploring meditation and mindfulness. It's because it's going to be framed in a very gamified form. Even younger audience would be able to do this. Of course, I didn't mention yet that in the later stages, there's going to be a network meditation where you can connect online with other people and do quantum challenges. Set meditational intentions before meditate together live through your whole family that might be scattered all over the world. What have you doing group meditations live, collecting quantum energy and growing and increasing the quantum state parameters as a collective consciousness at the same time. And the biggest and the last things I would like to present is the business model canvas, which I also have in great detail, and you can find more details as well in the website, earth. Customer relationships, revenue streams, all of this is well documented and explored. For example, let's say quickly channels, awareness and acquisition. That would kickstart the campaign. Spiritual wellness communities, quantum physics forums, meditation app integration, academic partnerships. It will be distributed through multiple institutions and platforms. Revenue streams, freemium model, premium subscription, master tier access, lifetime membership, secondary revenue, enterprise solutions, educational licensing, workshop, retreat events, merchandise at some point perhaps even. Key activities would involve app development, content creation, scientific research, AI integration, community management, and performance monitoring. Thank you for being here with me in this presentation, exploring your interest with me. I am extremely grateful for your time and any kind of support. In this website that is already published, it's the very first version, so some things might not be fully polished yet. But please feel free to explore the app features, explore the academic framework that I am going to use this project for, to do a bachelor thesis as my own startup for my school as of September this year to graduate. And you can also feel free to explore the quantum nexus features, how the basic prototype looks. Please feel free to explore more advanced concepts in case you are a passionate quantum physics and spirituality explorer. I'll also invite you to explore resources and well-documented details about each element that would be interesting to know about in this project. You can see numerous things: technical implementation, progression system in more detail, a business model, project proposal. And this is a general conceptualization and a deliver of information in order to have even better and stronger understanding of this most exciting vision that I truly hold. Yes, I would love to hear your opinion. How could this be enhanced and how could this be delivered? I'm looking forward to cooperate with anyone. And yeah, if you like this idea, I would love you to share with as many people as you can. I don't think this concept will be stolen. And if it happens, I don't mind if someone can do it better. Please do so, because this is my soul, my heart, and my passion. And I have nothing more excites me than working on this project and this app. And so far, I have found infinite energy, an emotional state that has the least resistance is my highest excitement. And this project has truly my highest excitement. Thank you for your time. Thank you for experiencing this with me. And I'm looking forward to hear you back. Thank you so much.